about the habits of marching. A lot of people, they get into this marching habit, and the problem with that is that we're always going to land on the same foot on the count of 1 on every downbeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that means if you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, can you see I'm always back on my right, opposed to actually spinning feet together and then back on the left. So therefore, this alternate change of feet doesn't work when we're dancing modern jive, and that's where there are some people...
Can you come forward a bit, Adam?
Oh yeah.
Because I can see your head.
You see my head but not my feet.
It's chopped off.
Okay, so there are people in the modern jive world, they're teaching this without footwork.
Ooh.
And it's leading to people
Actually,
marching while they are...
Go back.
while they are dancing. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a very quick drill of how we can...
Need to be here, I think.
Get ourselves out of this habit. No, so I've just lost my head. I've got to go forwards, I think.
Really?
Yeah, let me tilt the camera a little bit.
Yeah.
That might help. Okay.
Oh, that's better, look.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my back to you. Okay, so you can come join me if you want, Kat.
So what are we doing, Adam?
So what we're going to be doing is using alternate footwork in the beginning. We're going to add some single footwork, and then we're also going to add in some turns, and also a turn where the ladies can go backwards. It's more for the ladies than the fellas, but I'll show you it anyway. So what we're going to do is just go backwards on the right. If you've done salsa, it's kind of like that really, just that you're dancing on half time. So you go backwards on your right, so you go step back and together, back and together, back and together, back and together. Now that's a good one for the ladies.
I'm going to pretend I'm a complete beginner.
Please do.
Are you taking your full weight back, or are you doing just a little bit of weight?
I am putting more weight on my back foot as I go back, step back. But if you notice, I've still got my left foot forward,
So you're
and that's
rounded.
helping. Correct. So that's helping with my balance, opposed to me picking my foot up. Because if I pick my foot up, then I'm going to lose balance here. Okay. And also for the men, this is more for the ladies where we just go to alternative footwork. But for the men, we've got this thing where we use single footwork. So I could just use my right foot, for example. So I'll go step back and touch. Okay. At this point here, this is going back to what you were just saying a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
Are you putting a full weight change in? I can touch, okay, or I can slightly put a little bit more weight over that right foot. But predominantly my weight is probably about 50-50 at this point, because for the men, we have to change our weight a lot, and we have to change to the correct footwork. So therefore, if I'm going backwards just on my right, I'll be going step back. But there are cases where we're dancing in part of the dancing that I need to go back on my right foot again, so I need to go backwards on my right foot again. So step back and together. But if you notice, no weight change there. Step back and together. Step back and together. Okay.
So I've been seeing a lot of this on the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
But you get guys that will go back on there, right? They'll lean forward, but they'll rock back.
Yeah.
So that's if they're being really lazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you've got to take your weight forwards, guys, not just your arms, because of your shoulders if you're going to do that.
Yeah. I'll show you a quick example of that exact piece of footwork actually. If I'm doing a basket, so you go
Which
backwards
we're
on the
teaching
right.
today anyway.
Exactly. So if you notice on this one, we go back on the right foot. So we go step back and together. I need to be back on my right foot this time. Back and together. Back on the left. Okay.
That's right.
So this is where this comes in handy, where we can use alternate kinds of footwork as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to do 4 sets. We're going to do 4 changing, and then we're going to do 4 singles.
Okay, I have no idea what you're saying, so I'm going to follow.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back a bit so I can actually see.
Fair play. So we're going to go backwards on the right foot. We're going to go step back and together, back on the left, back on the left,
I get what you mean.
together, back on the right, together, step back, together, just on the right foot this time. Step back and touch, step back and touch, step back. Change your weight. So now it's on the right foot. You're going to do 4 on the left this time. Step back, touch, step back, touch, step back, touch, step back, and together. Okay, so that's your alternate footwork.
Mm-hmm.
We can also use this for spinning. For the lady returns, for example, which way will you be turning if you're doing a return?
If we're doing a return, it's anti-clockwise, it's on the left foot, so we step forward on our left.
Okay, so it'll be backwards on your right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do here, if you want to practice your spins as well, we can step back on the right foot, ladies. And if you notice, I use my elbows a little bit here.
Yeah,
so
use
I
our
put
arms
back
to
in
help
my
us
arms.
go around.
Okay, this is going to help me with my balance, okay? And I'm spinning on my left foot.
Remember your spotting.
So at this point here, I'm looking forward into the room as I spin. Okay, feet together when I complete my turn. And now you've got this alternate footwork again, where I go backwards on my left. So I go back and together. Now this is really useful because in some classes, they do this thing where they only step backwards on a right foot. I'm not mentioning any names.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, where they would do their returns like this.
You will naturally.
And then they do this awkward change of weight.
Yeah, it's much easier if you don't think about your feet on this. You will naturally, your body will want to take you back on that left foot anyway.
Correct, yeah.
So if you don't think too much about the footwork, it don't really matter.
That's right. So the idea of this drill is to get you out of the habit of marching.
Okay.
Yeah? Alright, so we're going to do four of each. Four on the right. Four alternate. 4 just on the right, 4 just on the left, and then back into normal, and we'll try spinning. Okay, here we go. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8. Step back right, and together, back, and together, back, and together. Singles on the right, so just on the right foot. Back, and touch. Back, and touch. Back, and touch. Back, change your weight. Back on the left, and together. Back, and together. Back, and together. One more of them. Step back, and together. Okay, this time we're going to try a spin. So as we go back on the right foot, we're going to prep with our arms to help us with the spin. So we go back. Remember to spot. You're looking forward. Feet together. Back on your left. Step back, and together. Back, and together. Back, and together. This time prep. Prep. Spin. Back, and together.
Can I say something?
Go on.
Alright, I want to ask this question because
Please.
everyone else might be thinking as well. I notice when you go back and I go back, we're kind of different.
Go on.
Because I step right back, but I don't move my shoulders. You're actually moving your shoulders. Is there a reason for that?
It's helping me with the preparation, I guess. It might be
No, before the turns.
Oh, but before the turns.
Yeah.
So
you
I'm
were going
doing...
back. You were moving your arms completely.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
I
guess
just wanted to
one-
know if that's just because you're aware that people behind you're trying to talk to them, or should we be going straight back?
Actually, what I'm doing is I'm coiling my body. It's a line dance technique, actually. So if I'm coiling my body to here, if you notice my chest opens here.
Rob Fowler, this is your fault.
This is your fault. Okay. It's actually if I'm doing a Monterey
Okay.
turn. You see how I'm coiling my body?
That's a nice spin technique.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it?
Can we get everyone doing that?
So what I'm doing, that's actually called a Monterey turn.
Monterey turn. Right.
Monterey turn, yeah, it's a popular line dance move, more for
So what do we
advanced
do for a
intermediates.
Monterey turn?
So I'm pointing my right foot out, but if you notice, I prep my body to the
You prep
left.
that way.
Yeah, because it's
So you
contra
point
body.
there, okay, so
Yeah.
you turn to the right.
That's it, because I'm spinning to the
Okay.
right. So as my feet,
But you bring your feet back in before you spin.
yeah. That's
Okay.
it. Okay, and you can notice then I can point from the other side.
Okay, but you bring it back in.
Yeah. So
There you go, even I've learned this from you today.
there you go. It's a very
I'll
cool
let
step.
Rob Fowler off then.
So we're actually using that in our spins. In fact, if I use Cat as a demo,
Okay.
what I could do here is if I'm prepping you for a return, you could bring your left arm through to there. That's
Yeah.
kind of what you're doing.
Oh yeah. I
So-
see what you mean, yeah.
When you're actually doing this even in your moves. Yeah, exactly. Obviously, you don't want to over prep, okay? Only use as much as you need. So if I'm lowering that one, round, and back, that's my bad, sorry. So yeah, this is how you can help you with your spins.
Yeah. Now, ladies, when you normally spin, and guys, you can learn this as well. It always helps because if you want to have a go at being a follow, if you're bored at home, you want to swap sides. For the ladies, when we're always being pushed, having our push spins or our normal turns, we step forward. We always been brought forward towards the man, so we push off the floor. So you can practice on your own, pushing off. You'll do your spin, turn, both feet together, and then back. And to go straight back into that return, if we're doing one, He's beat me to it. But spin around, use your arms, and turn.
Yeah.
Now, what about if you want to do double spins?
Oh gosh.
I like to get people to do their spins like I learnt at salsa. So I always took my left foot in front, I use my arms, and you start off doing a quarter turn. That's it. So yeah, we'll turn to the right. So we'll step on that left,
yeah,
and then push.
Oh, I see.
Step on the left, push, step on the left. So you're using really pushing off the floor and then straightening. Not too straight. Soft knees all the time. Do not, when you're spinning, go up onto your toes because it can throw you off balance.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
And then you'll eventually build it up. You'll start going, because if you want to spin on your own, this is a really great technique. I like to call it the corkscrew because I bring my legs in nice and close. I use my arms. Eventually, you can do a half. You're just pushing upwards, spin. And then you'll go into a full spin. And then eventually, you'll build up until you're doing ridiculous spins. And you keep pushing off the feet. You keep pedaling, as I call it.
Okay.
So you're using your floor underneath you.
So really, that's the next stage of what we're doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're actually going a little bit more.
But play around with this.
styling.
Make sure you've got the space, the right foot in. So you're wearing shoes that protect your feet, as long as they're smooth. Because I've got, not to say this, Primark, brilliant. If you can get the shoes with the tiny little, the white pumps.
Oh yeah.
I use them for Lindy.
Yeah.
And they've got, actually,
You
I
are.
can show you. They're here.
Ooh,
But, hang on.
yeah.
They're outside. There's a reason these shoes are outside.
Oh, they smell.
You only have to wear them twice
I'm
and they
joking,
stink.
I'm
Let me show
joking.
you. So the ridges on the bottom, they're quite smooth. You can see where I've spun there, and it does wear them off. What? There's sticky tape stuck to my shoe. But hopefully you've seen that now.
Yeah.
Obviously there's a delay on our camera, so
If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask.
So-
I'll answer in at him. Alright, yeah.
oh, they stink. They're going outdoor.
So if you've got any questions, please ask about that, and we'll see if we can answer them now. Or is this live now? Yes, it is, Alan.
Yeah, it is completely live.
Yeah, of course there's a slight delay between us and you guys asking questions. So
I'll just see me show.
disappear.
Right, on to today's lesson then.
Yeah, can do. So
We're doing
today's
beginners
lesson,
today. So what are we doing again? Hold on.
we are doing a
Shoulder slide, catapult into a basket.
Into a basket.
Basket we did yesterday, we're carrying over into today.
So it's good. Should have feel something like this. We're going to take a nudge away, use the shoulder, we catch right, underarm, step forwards, and spin, catch, basket, cradle back, forwards, under, step back, return, and back. And if you notice, we're using the drill that we used earlier on in all of our foot patterns. Okay. Of course, there are other patterns which, when you start going up a level, more particularly when we're talking about this catapult, because you've got this forward spin as well, haven't you?
Right back on the
Sorry,
right
pardon.
foot.
So Kat's got this forward spin here. Okay.
My forward spin is still on my left.
You
I go left,
forward
right,
on
left.
your left.
Yeah. I step on the left, but I spin on my right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll
So
explain that.
yeah. So that's kind of like going into your level 2 when we're talking about spinning. All right. So shall we take it from the beginning?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to go to our shoulder slide. So I'm going to nudge Kat away. I'm going to step backwards onto my right. For the fellas, ladies, you go backwards on your left because you're starting the dance.
This is the same footwork we've learnt in the back pass and just any side passing, isn't it really?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, you're going to be turning to the left, but you're going to latch the lady's right hand onto your shoulder. Okay, so you step in, latch it onto the shoulder. I'm going to continue turning to my left. Kat's going to trace her hand down my back.
You can do a nice thing here, ladies. You can actually, if you want to be cheeky,
Oh, yeah.
scratch them across the back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Remain contact with your partner as long as possible, so they know you haven't walked off.
And I'm going to catch with the right hand at
Can
the
you
end of that
see
turn.
fingertips?
And with fingertips to fingertips. Remember, no death claws. We spoke about death claws yesterday.
No straightening of that arm.
No straightening of the arm, okay, and yeah, that's about it, okay. If you notice with my grip for my catapult, it's palm up, okay, so in preparation for my next move, okay, because if I'm here, Cat might think I'm doing a sway. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
it's
might
kind of
think
like
it's going to be a
similar
sway,
direction.
yeah.
Alright, so make sure you got that palm up at the end there. Alright, so gentlemen, swap hands again. We're going to nudge the ladies away, step back on the right. Ladies, you go backwards on your left. Fellas, you'll turn to the left, onto the shoulder. You come round to face the ladies. Ladies are tracing down the back, into the man's right hand, and then collect. And if you notice, I bring this left foot slightly out of the way, so I can start walking around, count the next movement.
And we're on the correct footwork, hopefully, because from there.
Yeah. So with this one, it's quite fast, so fellas, you've got to make sure you're going to giddy up. As you change Giddy up. As you're changing places. It's the line dance coming out again.
Right.
Get back in there, suppressing.
I suppress Rob Fowler.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Rob Fowler is, go and look him up on YouTube. Brilliant dancer, very local to us.
Yeah, oh yeah. He used to be my neighbour. He used to be behind me. Okay, so we're going to nudge the ladies away. Back onto the right. Ladies go back on the left. Turn to the left, fellas. Onto the shoulders. Slide and catch into the right. Anything we talk about on that one?
Not really, ladies. Just trust your man. Follow his lead.
Okay. Part 2.
Part 2.
Okay, so we've got a catapult then. So I'm going to walk forwards as I guide cat underneath my right arm.
We're back on our right foot, ladies.
Yeah, this bit's quite important because
Wear deodorant, guys, on this bit. When we go from here.
although Kat's only doing half a rotation, she's still turning to the left, so she has to be back on the right foot.
Yeah, because I want to be facing the same way as the man, and it's easier for me to turn on that left leg.
Yeah, so whenever you're doing a catapult, fellas, eliminate the return.
Because we're going to our left, ladies.
Yeah. So as I step forward and bowling cat underneath my right arm, I step forward and off with my left behind my back. If you notice at this point we're same direction, okay, my right hand's just hovering above her head. As I step forward, Kat's got her left foot offered here between myself and her. I'm going to step forward and off with my left hand behind my back as I step forward there.
And I step back on my left leg, ladies. So when we're there, can we go back there?
Yeah.
Can we go back to the beginning a minute?
Yeah.
So look, as he turns me under, he bowls me under, both my feet come back together. From there, if your feet ever come back together, ladies, step back on the left and then offer. Because you're going towards his left. So your right leg is free then. And
okay. So,
I change my weight again then.
Alright, so
no, I don't. I do my right, yeah. It's the first one where I do right, but I step forward on the right. It's the only different move, as I should say.
at this point here, to get the good connection with your partner.
Can you come back a bit?
Yes, I will.
Actually, go on the angle. They can see then.
Alright. I'm slightly pitching forward here. If you notice, my upper body's slightly pitching forward, but I'm
not
holding.
too far because he's got to hold his own weight.
I'm still holding my own weight. Okay, if I was here, I've got no connection here, and the arms are loose. So just to get a little bit more connection there, I slightly pitch my upper body forward a little bit. I'm going to bring Kat down my left hand side as I start walking backwards, bringing her onto my left hip. Okay, I let go of the right hand on my right hip, and I'm going to basically give Kat a spin.
Yeah. But you're not going to be doing this thing.
No.
No.
Okay, remember, the girls can spin themselves.
We can spin ourselves. And it's a walking spin. It's safer as the guy brings his hand across in front of him. From there, I step on my left, I look at my partner, his eyes to eyes, and then I spin out. It's far safer and nicer.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're both back on the right foot here.
You would normally do a return, but we're going straight into the basket, so we don't need that because I need to be back on that right foot again.
Now, ladies, we did this drill earlier on. Okay, so you step back on the right foot. You can use your left arm to help you with your return if you want to bring it through. I'm going to now turn Kat on the spot.
We're not doing it because we're into the basket next.
Oh no, we are into the basket, aren't we? We should have done a return, really, shouldn't we? We're doing it in the basket later, so we'll talk about that later on. All right, so gentlemen, man's right, ladies right. You're going to nudge the ladies away. Back the ladies go backwards onto your right foot. Bowl the ladies underneath your right arm as you walk forward. Step forward and off with the left. Bring the ladies down your left hand side. It's Peggy Madden. You're going to step back and catch with your right. Return. And back. Do you want to see if she's alright?
Alright. This is real life for you.
that's Kat's talking to her mum with a little bit of an emergency yesterday regarding food.
I'm online. You okay?
So, what we can talk about here, for the fellas, okay, as I'm guiding Kat underneath my right arm, make sure that she's going down your right hand side, okay? So as I'm leading her forwards, I'm making sure that I'm getting out of her way slightly, because ladies, you're inclined to try and go forward in a straight line if you can. What you might find is because your right foot's back, you can slightly cross that over and that'll help you with the pathway going round the fellas.
Can I just say thank you to everybody who's been lovely to my mum doing lots of deliveries.
Another one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's nice. So her food is all sorted. She is sorted, and
she's no longer starving.
thank you to Ian Bliss, Monica Milne, Jackie Rabin, and it's just amazing actually. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Off we go.
Alrighty, so catapult then. We're going to nudge the ladies away. The ladies go backwards on your right. Underarm turn. Bring the ladies underneath your right arm. Fellas, you step forward, pitch forward slightly as you offer the left. Bring the ladies down your left hand side. Ladies go forward on your left for your spin. You go left, right, left, step backwards, right. No return.
No return on this one because we'll go
I'm
straight into
so
the
bad
basket.
at
I know
returning.
you do. Look,
So bad.
he's like, it's going to move on its own without going needing a lady back on her other foot.
Yeah,
That will come in with a return.
that's right, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to put 2 bits together?
Yeah.
Okay, so shoulder slide, fellas, we're going to man.
He wants to dance to
the
you.
ladies, right? Nudge the ladies away, go back onto the right, fellas. Ladies, you go backwards on your left, onto the shoulder, latch, slide and catch. Underarm turn for your catapult. Lead the ladies forward, step forward and offer, lead her forwards, with a spin, and offer the right. I did it right.
There you go.
That only took 3 times. I got there. Alright, here we go, one more time. Go from this side, so shoulder slide. Let's come this way a little bit, just so we're getting a shot on camera. Derry dog, you're in the way.
He wants to play now. Come on, dance with you.
Here we
Dancing
go.
with your dog. It's going to be a new thing soon.
Don't yoga with your dog is a thing of the past.
Yes.
And 5, 6, 7, 8, nudge back, shoulder, catch, underarm, offer, lead, spin, catch. No return.
Yeah. I was going for that return then, wasn't I?
I was as well.
Yeah. So as you can see, we're in a confined space, so we haven't got much room here, and you shouldn't need that much room either.
Not really.
Even when you're on a big open dance floor, you should be nice and close anyway.
Yeah, indeed. If you're dancing on a more confined space, this will actually help you when you're dancing in bits of dance floors
Yeah,
as
we're going to
well.
dance, alright.
Oh, alright, so
It's alright then. Are you okay? You okay, baby?
shall we play tag?
Yeah, we're going to play tag. Alright then.
Alright, so when you're dancing in a more confined space, remember to keep your step back slightly smaller. So as I nudge away, we're up onto the shoulder, we catch with the right, underarm, slight pitch forward, bring it forwards, spin, catch. Okay, so you keep it a little bit more
Yeah.
confined. Okay, it's probably about half the space that we used a minute ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, so moving on to the last bit.
Last bit, basket. What
So-
we did yesterday.
Basket then. I'm going to nudge Kat away. I'm going to make sure she's back on her right foot. That's really, really important.
Yeah, if I
actually.
haven't gone back on my right foot, what are you going to do?
Uh,
Do you know?
I'm going to bring you in
You'll bring me in and just send me away
and
again.
nudge her away.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's prepping me.
And again, fellas, this is a great drill for us as well. Do you remember earlier on we did the single foot thing? If say I'm back on the right foot,
If I
okay,
get back on the left.
and Kat's made a little bit of a boo boo. Okay, she's back on the wrong foot by mistake or whatever. I can nudge her away. I can make her swap feet. I can go backwards on the right. This is why it's so important for us fellas to be able to change feet very, very quickly and very easily. Okay, know the proper way. Anyway, so we've just done the move correctly. Okay, we've gone backwards on the right foot. I'm going to bring her onto my right hip. I'm going to cradle backwards onto my right foot, just like we did yesterday. I'm going to cradle back. I'm going to cradle forwards. I raise the left. Step back on the right. Return. And I finally got my return. So you can practice your drill earlier on. Do you remember when you step back, you got your spin on the spot, okay, and then back into face. Alright, so one more time, okay, so we're going to 2 hands to begin with. You're going to nudge the ladies away, step backwards and off your right. Bring the ladies onto your right hip. Okay, you're going to cradle backwards onto your right foot with your partner.
You can do Copa, ladies, point your toe, that's all the way through.
You're going to cradle forwards, give the ladies a little twist in. Raise the left hand up, step back on the right, return, step back.
You can do styling at the end, ladies, if you want to the side or in front.
Okay, so 3 bits together.
Yeah.
Okay, so shoulder slide then. We're going to man's left, ladies right. Going to nudge the ladies away onto the shoulder, catch with the right, underarm turn, pitching forwards onto the hip, spin, offer. Basket, cradle back, forwards, raise the left, lower the left, return, back on the left.
And if you notice, you play this back slow. I'm not really the one that's running round the guy, because I know, you know, I see a lot on the dance floor where the guy is staying still, making the lady run around him. We are having that conversation. We are not really running around each other.
That's right. Even with this, the footwork that I'm implementing, I'm still doing a lot of the travelling. So it's not, I'm not just going step back, together all the way through. Like certainly when we're talking about moves with the catapult, I'm certainly travelling forward here. So as I go forward, step forward, go forward, spin. Now we'll go back into that drill that we did earlier on with the feet. Okay, so it's coming in and out and picking up the beat again on the down beats when you come back into your drill, if that makes sense.
Yeah. All 3 moves done slowly.
All right, let's go.
Right.
And 5, 6, 7, 8. Nudge back, shoulder, spin, under, prep, heel forwards, spin, catch, basket, cradle back, forwards, under, lower, return, back. Okay, trust the music?
Yeah,
Come
music.
on, let's go.
I prefer it's music because then